2 days after aid began entering Gaza, the United Nations says that none of the supplies have yet reached local people, and that is despite the easing of Israel's 11-week blockade. The UN says despite trucks reaching the Palestinian side of the Kerem Shalom crossing, no aid has been distributed so far. They say they've been waiting for Israeli military permission to collect the supplies, but this has not been given. A BBC correspondent also says that lorry drivers have slept overnight in their vehicle cabins. 93 trucks entered Gaza on Tuesday, carrying aid including flour, baby food, medical equipment and pharmaceutical drugs. Well, meanwhile, Palestinian media are reporting that deadly airstrikes have continued. While the blockade of aid has drawn sharp condemnation from Western allies. The UK is pausing free trade negotiations with Israel, and it announced sanctions on individuals and entities involved in the settler movement in the occupied West Bank. And the European Union voted on Tuesday to review the bloc's ties with Israel, that measure backed by an overwhelming majority of member states. Well, Israel has condemned the EU's decision. It accuses Brussels of completely misunderstanding the situation and providing encouragement to Hamas. Well, let's cross over live to our Middle East correspondent, Yolande Nell, who joins us from Jerusalem. And I think, Yolande, should we just start with where the aid is at the moment? Our understanding is it's crossed over into the Palestinian side of the Kerem Shalom crossing, but it is currently stuck there. Do we know why?
Well, the system requires that once these lorry loads of aid have undergone security checks, they just take them through Israel's main crossing, the Kerem Shalom crossing into Gaza. That aid is then offloaded, and it requires lorries which are hired by the UN with local drivers inside the Gaza Strip to come and pick up that aid. Now, what we've been told is that those UN teams in Gaza waited for hours yesterday, but were not given the green light by the Israeli military to advance and access those supplies, to take them off to warehouses and to those who really need them. We have been asking for updates this morning, but we've not heard anything yet from either the UN or from the Israeli military or from the Israeli military body that controls the crossings to indicate what is going on. Of course, you know, there are these big logistical and safety issues. The UN has been highlighting that about picking up the aid and distributing it at a time when Israel has been intensifying its military offensive in the Gaza Strip. And one of my colleagues who was at this crossing yesterday said that they did see, heavy bombardment going on not far away from there.
And this is what the Israeli army is describing as a large-scale offensive in Gaza. So what